Welcome back to the Brian Crombie Radio Hour on Saga 960. So I've just chatted for the last couple of minutes about Canada and the two interviews I've done over the course of the last 2 days in regards to how economists think about Canada today. I'm in the United States, and I walked out of a theater, and across the road, sorry, was a sign on something called the Town Hall, a major building in Midtown Manhattan, and it said the League for Political Education. And it was established in 1894 and ran until 1920. And the salutation underneath of it said, "Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." You know, as we've all been watching what's been going on in the United States in the last little while, whether it be the debate last Thursday, the discussions of what former President Trump said that was riddled with untruthfulness. Some of the things that the Democratic Party is saying about current President Biden that is clearly untruthful. Everything that happened around January the 6th and the big lie. Truthfulness is in short supply in the United States. I went to school in the United States. I did my Master's of Business of Education, MBA at Harvard Business School, 30 something years ago. And it was an incredible experience because in addition to going to a great school with incredible classmates and professors and cases and speakers, it was like I was at the pinnacle of democracy, the pinnacle of capitalism, the pinnacle of economic development. And I got to learn from the best and experience from the best. And that's how I felt about the United States at the time, that it was unparalleled in the world in regards to economic prosperity and democracy. That's not what you could say about the United States today. And I'm very discouraged, and I think lots of people are discouraged. And the fact that something like 70% of the people in the United States don't want a rematch between the two current nominees or presumptive nominees of the Republican Party and the Democratic Party, and that at the same time this third party candidate RFK Jr. is so obviously failed in so many ways. And I take a look at our own politics in Canada. And while I don't think we have the age issues or the line issues that the United States has, people aren't overly optimistic about where Canada, Ontario, municipal politics is. And so I guess on this U.S. Independence Day, where I just saw this town hall that bragged about democracy and truth, and I'm thinking about that Norman Rockwell picture of the young man standing tall and proud in the middle of the crowd, claiming his right to free speech and his right to make known his views, and wonder if we have that, and if that shining city on the hill that Ronald Reagan talked about is what it was today. And in no way, shape, or form am I talking about make America great again, but I wonder what's happened to the democratic ideal, to the impression that the U.S. was this bright light, this shining light, this example of truth and democracy and freedom and capitalism and free enterprise and an opportunity for all. I think both Canada and the United States. Obviously, France is going through a major rethink right now of their politics. Britain is voting today. Iran is in the process of doing a second runoff vote. Something like 40% of all democratic countries in the world are voting this year. Populism seems to have taken hold in so many places, right-wing attitudes in many, but then when the right wing gets an opportunity to actually govern, as in Britain, a couple of years later, people want to throw them out and try again. So I think that we've got to rethink our democracies, our politics, the people that that stand for election, the people that govern us and want to govern us. We have to think about efficiency, effectiveness. We need to think about fiscal sustainability. We need to think about truth. We need to think about democracy. We need to think about ensuring that our turnout goes up. I'm thinking about all the criticism of the turnout in Iran. In the last by-election in Mississauga, turnout was 25%. We were criticizing so many other countries for dismal turnouts, and yet we're doing worse ourselves. So I hate to be pessimistic, but it's hard to be optimistic where we are in our politics right now. In the paper the other day, there was a report that 40% of Ontarians want to move out of Ontario because of housing prices that are unaffordable. I'm looking for a house myself right now. It's unbelievable how expensive housing is. And at the same time, government talks a lot, but doesn't do a lot. So I think that on this Canadian, birthday week and Independence Day in the United States, as we think through the debate last week, all the attention on what's going on in the United States, the attention in France, the attention in the UK, the polls in Canada and in Ontario, I want to remind everyone of this salutation I saw on the side of a wall just by chance yesterday. In a place called the Town Hall, a huge building, Midtown Manhattan, where the League for Political Education was founded in 1894 and ran until 1920. Ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. I don't think we know the truth anymore. And we need to know the truth. So let's speak the truth and speak truth to power. Speak truth to the elites, the gatekeepers, to the people that are trying to keep the truth from all of us and give us political spin rather than the truth. We need to know the hard truth. Anyway, a couple of thoughts today to leave you with on U.S. Independence Day and the Canadian birthday week. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us. I remind you, I'm on every Monday through Friday at 6 o'clock on 960 AM. You can stream me online at saga960am.ca. And all my podcasts and videos go onto social media as soon as my broadcast goes to air. Good night, everybody.